Ooh. Oh, we're live. I hope we're live anyway. Good evening, everyone. Say hello if you can hear us, just to check, that everyone's here. Uh, Hopefully, we'll have a positive response in chat in a minute. There is a slight delay, obviously.
Hello, everybody. This is Dom from Black Toad Studio.
And this is Tom from Black Toad Studios, of course. You may remember us from previous videos that we've done recently. Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
and I am now getting audio.
I hope we're live
anyway. I'll just pause the background video I had running.
Likewise. Turn that down. Beautiful. Two down, two down, two turn, two. I turned it too far down.
This is someone who watches our Warhammer live stream. Hello. How you doing, man? All right? And hello, Dave.
Hello, hello, hello. They're boys and boys. Both are all boys.
Well, I guess better see what we're all working on, I suppose.
Yeah.
What have you got in your hand there, Dom?
Well, Tom, I'm working on several things today. What do you think I'm working on first before you?
By what I can see in your hand.
Yes. You work it out from here.
I must admit, actually, it's not. I can't quite. It looks like the. Is it your lord? No, it's not your lord. Is it your lord? Executioner.
Lord, no. Hello, Vic. Hello, Alaskan person.
Yeah, hello, Crovan.
Crovan?
I'm gonna go Crovan.
Crovan. I think we're right there. Well, no, not a Lord of Execution, but I can see why you think it's a Lord of Execution.
He does have an axe, to be fair.
Oh,
is that an Ogrin?
No.
An orc?
It is an orc.
What? Why are you working on orcs? This is.
Getting closer.
Oh, is this for your paint challenge thing?
Yeah, I realise he's actually older than I thought. So there's a paint challenge that's gone up on 2P's podcast. 2P's in a podcast, which is a 40k based podcast in the Southwest, and they basically put a challenge up that you have to paint a model from the year that you first started the hobby.
Oh, okay.
So this is quite an old orc. I thought he was newer than he is. Maybe he was re-released. He's back from like 89, so I wasn't playing when I was 6.
Are you sure?
Well, I might have done. I'm quite hardcore. But I really like the model, so I've actually just started painting him. And I've also got a selection of models today, Tom.
Oh,
not
really?
Just one orc. Ooh. So guess the other models that I will be painting tonight. Let's have a game.
Would it be Wordbearer related?
No.
Oh. Is it World Eater related?
No.
Is it even remotely Chaos related?
No.
Are you doing some Scions?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, you're gonna. I can't do this all night, so you're gonna have to sort
of. Yeah, go through every faction.
Yeah, you're gonna have because you could be doing Flesh Tearers for all I
know. No. So I have got some of the Weird Vein Psychers.
The Psychers.
Yeah, from Astra Militarum. Working on these guys. So I've got a bit of a selection, and also Tom, to make things more interesting. So I've got an orc, got some humanies, umis, and I don't know if it'll pick it up.
There's some Necrons.
Hack. Yep. So I'm working on 3 different things that are not chaos related.
Well, that's actually quite impressive.
Thank you. What about you, Tom? What are you working on this fine evening?
I am working on something a bit more chaos related.
Which places?
So basically, obviously, some of you may or may not know, Conquest, the people who do a Hachette, I think it's Papercraft, isn't it? Do the thing. Offered up all of the Conquest magazines, so you could buy like the back issues of them. Now I didn't want to buy too much, obviously, so I didn't spend a gross amount of money. I did spend a bit, but essentially I thought it was one of the best ways I could think about picking up a lot of the Death Guard characters and models.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got the Plague Marine Champion.
Ooh, fancy.
And then they had one which had the Malignant Plaguecaster, Noxious Blightbringers. So those ones there.
Very cool.
We also had the Biogulus Putrefier.
Oh, nice,
And
nice.
then finally a Foul Blightspawn. So I am going to be putting them together as we speak. And then if I get time, I also have over here a tray of remaining Death Guard stuff. So
wow.
which is basically some of the bodyguard and a couple of lords and contagion. So
That fancy pants.
yeah, so I've got plenty to get on. And also, I'm just going to quickly pan my camera here. I organised my paints. See over here. Because it was getting a bit messy, so I've got my other desk ready next to me over here after I had a bit of a clean up at the weekend. So yeah, I've been busy.
Nice. What is everyone in the chat working on? I hope some people are doing hobby tonight. It's not just us.
Although, right there, Croven's been saying he's been working on some Palatine Enforcers into Black Templar Neophytes, and that sounds quite fun actually.
Black Templar.
Yes, I mean, as I'm sitting there working on Death Guard, as a Black Templar collector. But the thing is, I've done quite a bit of Black Templar stuff last few weeks, to be honest. So
yeah, you said it was a labour that you didn't enjoy it. So
I don't think I said that. I mean, you might be misquoting
about
me.
death to the full Templar. I don't know.
Now come on, you've got to be
yeah,
got to be realistic here, Dom. I wouldn't. That's not something I'd say. I mean,
get that reputation and throw it through the gully. Yeah.
Hello Sam as well. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And Dave's put in a Ragnar together.
Oh, nice.
But what about the paint?
Hello, Sam. No, Space Wolf's new scheme is all grey. Hello there.
Hello. Oh, hello there.
Hello there. We'll do our typical Tuesday Star Wars controversial talk as well.
Oh no, not again. No, I don't know if we can survive another set of backlash from that, mate. I mean, some people get very upset.
Very passionate.
Oh, Vicky's working on her Tau Devilfish. That's good because that's part of our project that we're doing.
Oh, good, good.
I finished one. Vicky's going to finish one. When she's finished that, we're going to get a video up on that.
Very cool.
Well, I mean, Sam, fair enough. I mean, that does seem quite optimistic. I mean, me and Dom have been playing a lot of 40k. Oh, wait a minute. I've been playing a lot of 40k recently. I'm sorry.
Twist that knife. Twist that knife. I mean, it's completely uncalled for.
Although, for anyone who was expecting a battle report last week, and I do apologise, that was actually my intention to get one done. However, some life matters conspired against me getting some filming done, and I was then going to try and do it last night, but unfortunately this week I am actually on call for work, and just as we were starting to throw dice down, me and Vicky, started getting some calls. So, yeah, not brilliant, but hopefully this weekend, because unfortunately I've got quite a busy schedule doing streams and bits and pieces during the week this week. So, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Of course,
good in the hood.
Of course, the other thing I was doing, Dom, which was organising many tags and setups for the YouTube channel.
Yes, I've heard you have, Tom.
Yeah, so I've been mucking around with that a bit, trying to get everything sort of dialed in a little bit.
Any reason in particular, Thomas?
No, I just thought probably just to try and make sure we're not putting stuff that is irrelevant to us up tag wise and things like that, and undoing some of the early silly mistakes that I've probably made while setting it up. I mean, actually, the funniest one was the description on the channel, which was one line, which really didn't say a lot about what we were doing on the channel.
We're just open to new ideas.
Yeah.
A bit of stitchcraft, maybe. Learn to play the guitar. All good stuff.
We could specialise in a 40k theme tunes.
Let's not pigeonhole ourselves too much.
Don't pigeonhole ourselves too much.
We can do so much.
I mean, to be fair, with the title, I mean, even a remote pigeonholing would be better.
No, anything we want. Don't have to conform, Tom. We do a gardening YouTube channel.
Oh, gardening. 40k gardening.
40k gardening.
I mean, Death Guard would be good at that.
Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, it would indeed.
But yeah. So
I'm tempted. Yeah, sorry.
No,
Go
that's
on.
right. You carry on, mate. I was just about to
No, I was
ramble a
going to
bit.
be rude, so I decided not to be. I
That is
held myself
very
back.
unlike you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be, I really don't mind. You can, I mean, I feel like because you haven't been able to play 40k, you've got a lot of pent up anger. So
Right. Well, I mean, you've had to mention it twice now that I haven't been able to play 40k.
I'm trying to make you not to feel so bad about going mean, mate. You can go now. Go on, off you go.
No, I'm not going to. I'm waiting now.
Oh, you're gonna wait
The,
till I'm
the
vulnerable.
moment's passed. Yeah, and then bam, pow, right in the kisser.
But I will enjoy your first game back when you play Sam with his 94th Praetorian Regiment and lose to that again. So, I mean,
Well, let's face it. I think the Necrons pretty much wiped the floor with the pesky little Astra Militarum. I mean, the problem with Astra Militarum is they're no match for the Necrons, which we'll find out in Psychic Awakening.
oh, very true.
Hopefully, there will be something that'll be coming up this weekend.
Well, I think you and me are probably going to watch that one. I would suspect.
Yeah,
Because
Roy.
we didn't watch the last two. I think they did because
No. We have watched them. I mean, the last. What was the big announcement? No, we did watch the last one. That was with the new Necron model.
Oh no, I didn't watch it. I just watched the highlights.
Ah,
I
right.
didn't actually watch it. No. No, because I think we did last two times before that. I think we did a video like this on it where we spoke about what was on it.
Yeah, we don't want to dishearten anyone, so we didn't do the one on the last one.
Yeah. It was mainly because we didn't really find there was an awful lot of 40k based content in them really.
But as we haven't been pigeonholed, Tom, we could talk about anything.
Well, okay, yes. Well, go on then. Oh, I see. Vicky's got your back apparently.
Yeah, she has. Family for life. She knows.
She knows. Sorry. She's not in. I can't even shout her at the moment. She's in the other room, I'm afraid. So, although she'll hear this now, I suppose.
So what are you clipping apart there, Tom?
This is my Plague Marine Champion I'm doing at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, because this is actually quite good because it's the one thing I haven't got an awful lot of. I've got 3 plague surgeons, which I've recently found out are pretty much useless. So they're gonna be there for the looks, really. So I realised my Nurgle forces didn't really have a lot of leadership, so to say, other than that nice Demon Prince you bought me, which is great. However, I wouldn't mind having some of these other units that they have access to, just to sort of round the force out a little bit. And then I'm going to start building up. I want to say some normal Plague Marines because I want to kind of keep it. I mean, I do understand that. I don't know if they're the best unit for them, really, but I'm trying to keep.
Hey, Marine. Nice, Tom. I thought you were going for Terminators, but you're
Yeah,
venturing out.
well, yeah. Now, I mean, I've done. I mean, obviously, I've got the Light Lord Terminators, and I've got 20 of them. I think that's enough because they're very expensive units. In all seriousness, and I thought, you know what, if I'm going to maybe play some games where there might be some objectives to hold, some actual troops might be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to do Poxwalkers personally.
Yeah.
I don't really like them. I know they're good, but I don't really like them. Same reason I'm not going to get Typhus or anything like that. I'm going to stick with the kind of.
What you know.
Well, yeah, just my own stuff. I'm probably not going to take it. I mean, Mortarion would be nice, but I don't think I want him at the moment, at least. It might be a down the line model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Nurglings. There's Nurglings, Dom. I'm gonna definitely have one.
Nurgling.
Yeah, he's got a couple of Nurglings, this guy.
Mm.
Yes, and also, and I'm hoping to do. I've got a few things for Black Templars to do as well, because I've got some bikes. I've got 3 more bikes to paint up. I finished my Master of the Forge, and I finished a Chaplain model the other day as well. I think you saw that one, didn't you? It's on Instagram, if I remember correctly. I think I've put it on there. So
you have, yeah, I saw it. Yep.
So yeah, just and I'll probably do an update video on all that at some point, but I want to get a few models together before I do that.
I've got some Nurglings you can have.
Ooh, if they are going, I will have them.
Yeah, you can have them, mate. I don't want them.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. You
Awesome.
play Death Guard.
One day, Dom, we might be able to do a joint Chaos Force.
Well, no one's brave enough to take both of us on, Tom. So that's the problem.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to say anything. Also, the other thing, just before I forget, I think on one of the previous ones I mentioned I'll try and find this 50,000 point game that we were a part of with Warwick, wasn't it? That's the one. Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like the video is nowhere to be found now, which I was actually quite sad about. So maybe we can see if we can get hold of the footage, perhaps. I don't know. Quite nice.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Just need an orc player with several tens of thousands of points of orcs to be involved.
Do we know anyone?
There's always someone out there, Tom. There's always a bigger fish. It's a quote from Phantom Menace.
Yes. I haven't watched that one recently, actually. I watched some of the other ones. I watched Revenge of the Sith the other day.
So did I.
Yeah. Which I actually quite like, I might add. So there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you don't like the Revenge of the Sith then?
No, I like it, but it's a bold statement to put online.
So you never know who's listening, do you? No, I think we're alright.
Who else likes the prequels in their own merit? They've got their own merit, I think, the prequels of Star Wars. Put a comment. Just let us know what you think.
Yeah.
I like the prequels. I think they're very well focused in what they went out to achieve.
I do like them, but I found the second one my least favourable, personally.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, I like 1 and...
Attack of the Clones.
I like 1 and 3 the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
That's just, again, personal preference. I didn't think the other ones were terrible. I didn't think it was terrible, sorry, I should say. I just, if I had to put a preference on it, I enjoyed those ones more. And we've got here 1 and 2. So that's this one.
Yeah, I think I like 1 for the main reason that was the Star Wars film with our generation when that came out. So it's the one that we actually got to see cinema. Again, I think, when did that come out? 2000? 2001?
He likes the prequels, but he doesn't like the sand.
Oh, it gets everywhere.
It does. It just gets absolutely everywhere. You just can't get out of all the cracks.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's another quote. We could fill a whole episode of episode 1 quotes. Oh, that's not episode 1. That's episode 2.
Oh, hello. There's plenty I don't like about the prequels, but they're definitely doing things about them. It's easy to jump on the bandwagon. Yeah, exactly. That's Craven, that is exactly how I think me and Dom feel. It's easy to jump on a bandwagon to hate. Yeah. If you take
99.
I know. I just saw that and I was like, that's the year we left school, Dom.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you what makes the prequels better now is actually watching the Clone Wars.
Yes.
If you end up watching the Clone Wars, it kind of fleshes out a bit more. Because I found if you watch, I don't know who has watched Clone Wars here, the series. If you end up watching the third one, Revenge of the Sith, and the whole Order 66 and all that, blah 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 blah. It's all quite dramatic and quite cool, but you feel a bit more. Or he's back. Hello, Morat.
I'm alright. How you doing?
You feel a bit more for the Jedi's when they all start getting zapped. Yeah, that's my feeling anyway. Maybe we should just turn it into a Star Wars podcast.
Podcast. We're gonna do a podcast now.
Yeah.
We had to have regular content for that, Dom. We're gonna run out.
But Tom, we've got faces for radio.
We've got faces for radio.
Oh,
is this not? Is this live? Oh,
do not put that as the thumbnail.
Well, I don't know. I'll just let YouTube pick it, mate. If it goes, oh, that looks good. I mean, if you want, I can specifically search that one out if you want. Oh dear. So you're going to find out you've offended loads of people now, Dom. You watch. How could you?
Well, yeah, I do have a habit of offending
Well, I
people.
must admit, Mr. Bell, another who does my streams with for Total War, we were playing obviously our campaign through, and yeah, I basically said to Sam, look, if you could just, because Sam can get a bit sweary, and this is not, yeah, which is so he's been really good. He hasn't really dropped any massive sort of bombs. However, last stream, the Skaven turned up and decimated one of his armies, and he reactively dropped the F bomb.
Is this your apology to any listeners, Tom?
Not really. I think people in here are hopefully mature enough to understand that it wasn't meant in a harmful way.
Harmful way.
Unless you're Skaven, I think it was definitely aimed in a harmful way at the Skaven. uh,
It was. It was quite a convincing impression of Sloth, another film of our generation. All right, yeah, I completely agree with Darth Sidious. Unlimited power.
Help me! Help me!
Help me, Anakin.
He's lying!
Yeah.
He's lying!
Definitely.
What's going on here? This is interesting. Oh, I've missed a bit. That's not going to help. I thought it didn't look quite right. Number 4. These are quite nice little models, actually. That one there, is it? Yeah. I mean, if I'm totally honest, there is no Skaven left, mate, because we wiped them out last stream. So I'm afraid your your supplies of Skaven meat are probably going to drop off a little bit for a while. Well, I really don't know who's eating this stuff, man. I mean, what's your feelings on wart meat, Dom?
Well, I'm not a massive fan of wart meat. I know your mother quite likes a portion of wart meat.
Oh, I see. So you're going down that route now. Oh, okay. The guns are out. Lucky they're so weak. This is just payback because I said he couldn't play 40k or didn't play 40k. See, it's just
Yeah, I'm a hobbyist now. I don't believe in actually rolling dice. The Emperor protects. He does protect.
Yeah, he protects me.
So, Tom, for people that have just joined the channel, for instance, Morat, do you want to run through what you're painting, or you're gluing, or you're assembling, or you're unpacking?
Yeah, well, I'm doing a bit of assembling and unpacking. So I've got the Conquest editions with basically pretty much all of the Death Guard characters. So I have just I put one together already. Here he is, look, this Plague Champion. He's got his nice
I've
fist.
got that guy.
Yeah, I think it's the same. I think it's from the same kit technically, isn't it? Because it's got the green plastic. However, the ones I'm doing at the moment
anything that changes
are the grey ones. So I'm assuming these are from a normal style kit.
That's from the Dark Vengeance, that bloke.
Oh really?
Not Dark Vengeance. Dark Imperium.
Dark Imperium, yes.
Bad Imperium. He's from that kit, I think, that guy you just showed. Which is weird, because normally he's green. Maybe it's just a different cast.
Yeah, and I've got this guy here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Plaguey Man.
Quite nice models, actually, to be fair. I mean, especially for the cost. I mean, when they were doing $7.99 editions, I mean, some of these normally cost, what, about 20 quid?
About 10 at least, some of them. Yeah, it's pretty good, mate. Yeah, they're definitely worthwhile, those magazines.
Yeah,
well, the AOS one, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that I think they're worth it if they have what you want in them.
Yes.
So, for instance, me subscribing to an entire set of editions of it, I didn't really see the point because the marine stuff, I didn't want everything. and I didn't want I didn't want the poxwalkers, and I didn't want the stuff like that for Nurgle. So I didn't really see the point in subscribing for a any except for the stuff I actually wanted. So
yeah. So Conquest obviously was Space Marines and Death Guard.
yes.
So guys in the chat, if they were to release a new magazine, what would you like in the magazine? What two armies, what two factions would you like to see?
Yeah, it's a good question actually, because I suspect that may happen at some point.
Oh yeah, I think it's been very successful. Well, I hope so. It's been successful. Obviously they've done the AOS one.
But I mean, one of the other things is people. I mean, it depends if they make a profit off, I suppose. Because I mean, I managed to pick up the Redemptor for Vicky, which is the Snapfit one, for essentially £14, which is
pretty good, isn't it?
Which is mental,
it's
really.
Bargain.
Which I think she's actually working on as well. So we assembled it the other day. Very very simple kit to put together, actually. When it is a Snapfit one, obviously. So I would hope so. Now for the Noxious Blightbringer.
Is that Grenady guys or?
No, it's the one with the bell.
Ah, right. Nice.
Factions we don't like. Now, I'm thinking. I personally, now when you say don't like, I'm going to go with ones I wouldn't want to make models. That's how I'm determining it. I don't like Necrons. Sorry, Dom.
Sad face. Oh, okay. Any reason you don't like Necrons?
I just don't. It's not
Try not
my.
to offend me.
No. It's not. It's not actually the. I don't dislike like the lore and all that. But I just don't like. I don't really like the style of model myself.
Aesthetics of Necrons.
It's just not something that really. It's something I would be drawn to. So I wouldn't say it was like just pure hatred of Necrons. I mean, from an Imperial point of view, I really hate them. But
nice. For me, I would probably say Eldari or Craftworld.
I mean, actually, there'll be a close second for me, I think, personally.
I just don't like the paint schemes. I like if I've got an army, it needs to be quite uniform. And for my kind of OCDness, having all the X arches and aspect warriors all different colours, kind of just really different colours, really does my head in. So for that reason, I'm out.
and technically, that's how you're supposed to paint them, isn't it? Because the aspects are supposed to be all slightly different, aren't they? So you kind of have a. I mean, what about Harlequins, Dom?
Well, Harlequins, I tell you what, Harlequins I don't mind as much because I think there's a bit more artistic flair in Harlequins. So if you're that way, you want to do a bit of proper paint schemes, you can go for it. Well,
so it's Daryl as well.
Yeah. Beautiful, my foot. What about people in the chat? What army, would you want to
get rid of?
Dislike? Yeah, what one would you like to get to bin? We won't say it was you when we write this to GW.
Yeah.
But,
we're not doing any research for them, we promise.
Yeah. Yeah, give it a whole range. Yeah. Yeah, Daryl didn't like him.
Main armies of Black Templars, Necrons, and Eldar, Dark Eldar. Fair enough. Unfortunately, I know they're very different armies, Dark Eldar and Eldar, but they're for pretty similar reasons. I just don't see myself. I tell you, I did try an Eldar army once, as you may remember, Dom. And I did not get on with it at all. It was completely not how I would play 40k. I think that was one of the biggest problems I had with it. So,
well, Dark Eldar, for instance, I quite like Dark Eldar. I think for the reasons I stated why I don't like Eldar, some of the reasons why I do like Dark Eldar, it's very kind of like they've got that scheme, they keep it. The model's brilliant, and the whole aesthetics of them I think are really cool. Dark Eldar. So cool. I wouldn't mind Dark Eldar. I like Dark Eldar.
Down the Mechanicum, just gone. Bye.
Daryl, you spell orcs like fantasy orcs.
Yeah.
Do you mean fantasy orcs?
I think he means fantasy orcs. Yeah. 'Cause I can't believe you're saying this. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, I'm painting an orc. How offensive is that? Hey, listen.
Crovan's on board with me. Excellent.
Power Mechanicum. Yeah. I don't know. I quite like Power Mechanicum. So yeah, I can see why people don't like it. Definitely. Never been a big fan of Dark Elder or Necrons.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna have a little fight in the chat at some point. Crovan, yeah, come on, Necrons, they're cool. Robot Egyptians in space. I mean, if that doesn't say Doom movie, I don't know what does.
Sounds like it should be a Starship Troopers sequel, Dom.
Well, they always go down well.
Well, I mean, what can they lose now? They've done so many. I mean, you just keep going.
Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound. Daryl says both orcs and fantasy, and
Ooh.
Sigma and 40k.
I don't know. I quite like both those factions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's all kicking off, isn't it?
Yeah, we see what we've just done, Dom. It's good. I like it. I like to encourage a little bit
of controversy,
banterful, just conversation.
Yeah, so with Dark Elder and Mechanicum, I've definitely been tempted with both those armies in the past. I think they've got their own kind of perks.
I suppose the other thing for me is that when you've got a few armies, I think you reach a limit to a certain extent to what you're willing to possibly learn to play, but also paint and do. And I think, for me, I'm always going to be quite focused around sort of the Marines style of painting because that's what I've gotten. It's my style and my comfort zone. So they'll always be a part of what I do. But going out and doing orcs like I did the other year, I really enjoyed them as well. So each their own, and Daryl likes his clean aesthetic. That's fair enough. I get it. As I said, I like marine clean aesthetic to a certain extent as well. It's one of the things that but at the same time I do like the orcs kind of zaniness. So
yeah, I think a lot of it is playstyle as well, isn't it? Like you said, you've only got so much room in your Brian before it's Brian is brain.
Yeah, so I mean, to be
just
fair,
clear that up.
You are speaking like you have Brian in your brain.
Yeah, I don't know, a guy called Brian who knows all my rules. Brian, how did you not know that?
Oh, is that why we can't go in your shed?
Yeah, that's where Brian lives. So rule stuff, you kind of you limit your brain of what you can have. So you don't want to go learn some.
That's going to have to stay.
I mean, the Tau stuff for me, just the whole concept, like intimidating. So, oh my goodness. Yeah. What's this do and what's that do? And oh geez.
I must confess, I'm not looking forward to sort of learning all that when me and Vicky played. Because obviously we're starting this as a joint project to do. So it's going to be interesting learning that because I haven't really sort of gone off to a new set of rules from a codex for quite a while. I've been quite comfortable in where I've been sitting with orcs, marines, and chaos at the moment. So
yep.
And Imperial Knights. I've been doing a bit of Imperial Knights recently because that was actually going to be the game we were going to have at the weekend. So me and Vicky were sort of learning through that because Vicky hasn't played them before and she was going to play that instead of her Crimson Fists just to give something a bit different than a Crimson Fist battle report.
We all love Crimson Fists.
Yeah, it's actually got quite a good. They got quite a good following actually, and because one of the things I was doing research for these, for the channel, for how I was sort of changing these tags and stuff around. There's actually quite a people do look for Crimson Fist and Black Templar videos and even Wordbearer videos quite a bit actually, Dom.
Well, I mean, mate, Wordbearers are Wordbearers. If you want to be true chaos, you go Wordbearers. You don't go these little Black Legion boys or Alpha Legion. It's all about Wordbearers. Worship the gods.
Right, there we go. This guy is actually a lot bigger than I thought he'd be. Jesus. Onto your, here's the 40mm base. Good.
So on this orc, I'm tempted, right? So guys who've just joined or didn't see what I was painting, I am doing a Blood Axe war boss from 1989, and he's currently on a 25mm slotty base. I'm tempted to keep him on a 25mm slotty base and do it Goblin Green.
Oh God, Dom. Well, even the base? Or do you mean the base Goblin Green?
The base Goblin Green.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
did. That's what they did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goblin Green with a bit of green
Yeah.
tufts on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's
no
not
tufts. No
the,
tufts.
the
Just
static grass,
no. No. It just has to be green.
the
You don't.
flock,
There's no additional stuff on it. It's just painted green, mate. You
flock
know this.
like that. What do you guys reckon? The big reveal on Saturday? Geez, maybe Silent King. Yeah, boy.
I think there'll be something else as well. Personally, I don't think the way they've said certain things means it's just going to be a Necron thing. I think there'll be something fairly big. I mean, I'm hoping there'll be something big as well. So, definitely Necrons. I mean, I'm not. I think I'd stop short of saying there's going to be a new edition of 40k, but I think there might be some interesting developments.
I think that they can't. When they give Xeno love, they've also got to give Marines love. Tom, you might have this one day being a parent, but when you've got two kids, you've got to give them both something at the same time. So as I picture it, the Space Marine player is a kid that's quite big, kind of gets what they want all the time. First dibs on the food. And the Xeno player kid is the one that's kind of like a bit hungry, but now nourished, kind of has to hide food from the Marine player kid. And Games Workshop are like, oh, he looks like he's going to die soon. I think no one's going to collect him. Have something. And then the Marine's like, what? I don't get anything. And then they get something as well.
Well, I promise you, whenever I bring gifts around for the nieces, they'll both get something, okay? Just to avoid any problems you'll have to deal with, all right?
Those in the chat, I hope you agree with my my little scenario.
Codex primarily Tenants. Sadly,
you can have one, and you can have one.
A new lieutenant for every chapter. It's going to have chapter-specific rules, everything. That's it.
Essentially, you could do a lieutenant army, couldn't you? Because all got different armor.
Well,
so you could have different. They've got different data sheets, haven't they?
Well, you got primaris lieutenant and lieutenant. You could take 6, couldn't you? So.
Yeah, but have they not got like in Phobos armor?
Oh, true. Sorry, pardon me. Yes, I didn't think about that. That is perfectly feasible. I think they have Phobos armor.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Primaris, yeah, I would like a primaris combat unit as well, but.
It's called the Silent King. Okay, let's talk about him. It's going to be good.
Yes, the Silent King. What do you know about the Silent Kingdom?
Well, as no one's picked Necrons as faction, I'll tell you what I know about the Silent King. So the Silent King, the last one, was essentially the guy who sold out the Necron race to the Satan, thinking that they were to get immortality, which in theory they did get immortality, because they were turned into robots that have got no souls. So it's a bit like a genie kind of situation, I think. And then he basically, when all the Necron race went into hibernation, they went into sleep mode. The Silent King went off with the what's it called? Cryptex, and guys, if anyone plays Necrons out there, let me know what I'm thinking of. Praetorians. So there's like a different lot of Necrons. So the Praetorians basically are the Necrons that stayed awake the entire time. Lich Guard are ones that have been asleep. But anyway, so Silent King went off, and now he's coming back. He's going to come back and unite the dynasties. So I'm expecting a cool model. I'm prepared to be disappointed.
I might somehow hijack the stream you're watching and just put one of my own custom models for it and just to see you break.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's my understanding of.
I mean, obviously that'll have issues for the Imperium, clearly. So because
the Necrons get united.
Yeah,
they'll never be divided.
What if you'll get a new codex? What do you reckon, Dom? You haven't had your Psychic Awakening yet, have you? So.
No, that's what I mean. That's
exactly. No, I know.
They get their Psychic Awakening, and it's going to have some decent stuff. There's not going to be a codex. It's going to be.
Why are you so negative, Tom?
No, they won't. They won't. No army's had a new codex out of this psychic awakening,
No,
have
I
they?
know. No, I don't think so. No.
So yeah, they're going to have a lot of stuff in the psychic awakening. I think just to get them up to speed with the other armies.
Oh, the obelisk good.
Yeah, because that's what everyone always been after. Obelisk be good.
Or wasn't that voted the worst 40k unit by the community?
Well, yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, it could come into its own if they had a community contest where it was good at shooting down flyers.
Well,
it could win that one.
This is true.
But for doing anything else, not so much. I don't even know why I'm painting this orc, to be honest.
Why? I thought you were doing it for the thingy.
Yeah, I was, but I mean, he's not the one that I should be doing. I've got a Katachan Metal Sergeant. Which is the year I started playing 40k, so I could do him. But
maybe you just want to play orcs
maybe
subconsciously.
I do want to play orcs. Maybe I'll paint his Death Scar up, and he'll be my war boss. Like he'll be tiny. He'll be smaller than most of the other orcs.
He could be a reverse war boss.
I know it's a blood axe. He's a blood axe, not a Death Scar. Why am I painting a Death Scar?
Oh dear, this is getting very awkward for you, mate. What's going on?
Sorry, those cannot see this tiny model in my hand. In fact, a blood axe with a goblin green base, as we've decided.
Yeah, you see, that sounds right to me, Craven. Yep, that sounds perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, but Hellbrick's got no hands.
No, this is a rumour.
Imatech cut them off. I mean, they have to kick through the wall because he's got no hands.
No. It's all propaganda. Necron propaganda.
That's why he's always like, Hellbrick, it's Necron propaganda. Just don't pay attention. I've definitely got my hand. And they're like, well, Hellbrick, take them out of your pockets. He's like, no, it's cold. I'm definitely keeping there's stuff in my I've got my hands, they're fine, it's in my pocket.
I decide what I do here.
Yeah. You can't tell me what to do. I'm the chapter master.
You're not the boss of my hands.
Yeah.
As he
if it
holds
wasn't so chilly, I'd point at you.
And then sort of just behind him, well, these hands, Hellbrick. No!
Yeah. Does anyone else get our humour out there, or are we just making ourselves laugh?
Well, sometimes I do wonder, mate. we do have a unique brand between us, I think, sometimes. Daryl might get some of our humour, but I mean,
I think Daryl rolls his eyes at us quite a bit.
No, not Daryl.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
What was this bolter for? Oh, I could have done this different model. That's fair enough. Very well. I actually quite like what I've picked. What do we got here? What else I got to put on this chat? That thing. Fair enough.
So, what reveals do people want to see at the weekend?
Yeah, what's everyone sort of maybe hoping for? I think Daryl just heard our. Oh, come on now. Out you come.
He definitely rolled his eyes at us.
Yeah. I reckon he's doing it right now.
I mean, you've got to be careful, otherwise those eyes might not roll back. And he's just going to have all white eyes.
All white eyes. Jesus. What happened to Daryl? He I can't see. Is that going to fit in there? Oh, I see. There's like a little connector on the chest plate. That actually makes sense now. Well, as long as we can get together and play a game soon, Dom, that is basically what I really care about at the moment. It feels like a very, very long time now think our last video was that Word Bearers Templars one we did about 3 months ago. Do you know that? Oh, I think we may have lost Dom. Just waiting to see if he comes back. One second. Right, Dom has actually cut out, I'm afraid. I hope he'll be back in a minute, so he just has to cope with me for a bit. And so, Crowin, you want to see some additional ad, MacLeod? Yeah, unfortunately, I think because they've had quite a bit recently, I think that might be probably not going to happen, I think. But you never know. I mean, Games Workshop have done some weird things in the past. For armies. I mean, they release 400 million Space Marine lieutenants when you think they can't possibly do any more. And as a Space Marine player, I find that a little bit kind of, oh, come on, there's some new stuff out there. Yeah, do you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a screenshot of this in a minute, and because this will be on the stream, and I'll make this the thumbnail for it. Just Dom just focusing in on that orc with great detail. I'm wondering if his internet's gone or something. I better just check my phone actually. 1 second. Let's have a look. I've just told him he's frozen. Well, that is now. We have one of these guys done now. And we also have another one of these. Ooh, excuse me, over here. Better. And we have another one of these. So the Nurgle forces are expanding again, which is good. I'm looking forward to actually... Oh, there we go. He's actually disconnected now, so you can now see me in full screen. Hopefully he'll come back. He's just trying to reconnect at the moment. So anyway, I'm going to start working on what we got next. Let's have a look here. Let's make sure he's not trying to reconnect. New. Let's put out a full screen for a minute. Peter, well, yeah, Dom wants to play Orcs now, I think we just discovered. Well, he's not here to defend himself, that's what I'm going to say anyway. Apparently he's trying to reconnect at the moment, but it's I think he's having trouble. These ones over here. Sorry, I'm just going to... Is that correct? These are actually... These particular paint shelves are from... I think it was just straight off eBay or Amazon. They're just... I'll see if I can find the link for them in a minute. But yeah, they're just... they are just bog standard painting shelves, MDF ones. But they actually work really well. I mean, I just wanted to... It was more of a... Trying to get more... Yeah, more space for the paint, because I realised my paint collection had actually expanded quite a lot the other year, and I was storing them on desks, which really wasn't very practical, to be honest. And now I've managed to organise them into colours and all that jazz. Oh dear, poor old Dom. Well, no, speaking of machine spirit and setup, because technically I suppose I'm Dom's machine spirit, being the IT techie person. We did actually I helped him over the phone a bit, sorting out his actual computer up in his kind of hobby room. So he's just got himself a webcam now as well. So we're hoping to get him up there on a non-Wi-Fi based connection soon, which will be good, because it will mean, cause I think at the moment, as you probably noticed, he does a lot of this from his kitchen at the moment. But hopefully that would improve the stability of his connection. But we see. Let's just see what. Okay. Right. What is this chap here? Oh, it's the Biogas Putrefier is what I'm doing now. So I've still got to learn a lot of these Death Guard names. And also, for anyone who likes a bit of 40k gaming, hopefully going to be doing a Deathwing playthrough in a few weeks' time. Which got three of my mates going to join me on that one. So if you fancy sitting back and watching us die repeatedly to Gene Stealers, definitely tune in for that one. Does anyone actually play any games on PC / console which are 40k or Warhammer based? Just out of interest. Ah, and hello Gavin, welcome. It's just me at the moment, unfortunately, because Dom's got himself disconnected. Gavin will be one of the people joining us actually for the 40k Gene Stealer-a-thon. Okay. Ah, Dawn of War 2. That is a cracking game. I'm doing it. Are you back in the room, Dom?
I'm back in the room.
What happened there?
I think the machine spirit hates me. But I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, sorry. My apologies. I don't know what happened. But I was able to watch you, Tom, which was entertaining enough.
Well, I don't know about that. You put me on the spot. Oh, now that is something that has happened in the past. That was a money-making idea that would never have worked.
Your cam model, yes.
Back when I used to live with Dom, in his sneaky cameras. Jesus. God, that was a long time ago, mate. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that.
I see Gavin's joined us as well.
He has, yeah.
Hello, Gavin.
I must admit, Craven, I've not tried many links through the chat. Give it a go if you want, man, and we can see if we can. If you want to, you can always post it to our Facebook, and we can whack it up if you fancy that as well. That's another option. Your choice, my friend.
Yep, you're all part of the Black Toad community. So if you want us to put pictures up of your armies or whatever, you can put them up on our Instagram or we'll put them up on Facebook. Just feel free to put them over. We love showing off what you guys have been doing.
Yeah.
As you interact.
Plus, it lets us know how really good our paint. Sorry, not good. How bad our painting is.
Yeah. Well, it's good for our self-esteem.
Yeah. Oh, look, that guy's painting so much better than me. Oh, I just can't paint. Oh god, whoever feels that though when you go looking through stuff. I mean, I must admit, I'm very guilty of looking through, like some obviously like a professional paint studio stuff, or maybe someone who's just got some proper skill, and you just look at your stuff and you just go, ah, one day I'll be able to paint like this.
Painting intimidation, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I definitely feel it when you're looking at models. You're like, how has that happened? What's gone wrong with my painting ability? But I haven't been able to achieve that.
And he just base coded
it. Yeah. So I've joined that one of my local groups. They're doing a painting competition every week. South Coast Titans, and the Southeast Titans, South Coast Titans, I believe. And they put you've got to paint an infantry unit, and so you've got a week to paint an infantry unit or a character or whatever. And some of the stuff those guys are putting up is brilliant. I mean, it's disappointing when I'm putting stuff up. This is what I've done.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Dom, I think your painting is very good.
So judge me. Oh, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much.
Do. Especially I think your word bearers and world eaters have come a long way. And yeah, you weren't exactly bad to start with, but I think your recent stuff is heads and tails above where you've come from. So
I think it's just persistence and taking your time sometimes. Like the hard thing is, like, I'm sure Tom knows, or anyone else who's got a creative kind of website or YouTube channel, is that you, especially for YouTube, you want to keep putting more units into the channel and having the same old army like time and time and time again, and so you put yourself under pressure by having to produce more units. And a lot of the YouTube channels that you guys probably watch have obviously got like a premium channel or whatever, and a lot of the money that they can then get commission painters to do some of their stuff, which is great to have that ability that you can multiply your units and your armies, quite a lot. So obviously we don't charge for anything, so we end up having to buy the models ourselves and also paint them ourselves. And you put yourself under pressure trying to do it, but it's very rewarding because you've seen our army showcase videos, like Tom's Black Templar one and my Chaos one, and you really, I know, I was just like, wow, I'm really proud of how all this has turned out. So and I'm sure you felt the same, Tom, when you've done all yours.
No, honestly, it's actually one of those things when you get it out, you're like, I have actually done quite a bit for this. That's you kind of think, oh, this is a lot better than I thought it was, kind of thing to and also you notice that. I think the one issue I have with it sometimes though is when you've done it, you're like, right, got all these guys out, and you look at some of your early stuff and you're like, well, I could do that a bit better. Which I think is the only problem, and then you sort of have to sit there going, do I want to? I mean, I did it a few years back. You remember with my weaponry, because obviously I used to have it gold, as you remember probably, and I decided that didn't like it anymore. So eventually I spent, actually it was also when I was rebasing it, so I rebased the whole army as well. And I decided, okay, I'm going to make the weapons red because I preferred the look of it. Also, if I remember correctly, I think Black Templar weapons are actually supposed to be black, oddly enough. But I preferred the look, in my opinion. So
your own aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, everyone has kind of an each their own kind of thing. So you kind of just.
Who said in the Galeras Crusade, for instance, they decided not to paint their bolters a red, for instance, some sort of honor or someone, or some blessing. So it doesn't matter. As long as you've got some sort of background for it, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
And forge your own narrative. Put that in our tags.
I'm planning on doing a showcase of my orcs. But I do want to finish a few units for them before I do so, because I've got I'm trying to think how many looters I've got now. Must be pushing on to about 15, 20 looters I need to get finished, along with some more orc boys, which I found. It's okay. It's alright.
Don't cry. Stay strong.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be looking at. Yeah, I agree, Craven. They do just that's the primary reason I decided to go red, because I felt it blended too much with what the model already was, which is predominantly black, obviously. And I liked the look better after doing that, and then on top of that, doing my granite style bases and the city bases, I thought made them look a lot more sort of interesting. Yeah, because I chose a style and I've tried to stick with it basically, which can be tough.
Is there anything with your Templars that you'd like to change, Tom?
I think I'd like to change my Templars. In what way?
Aesthetically, of what you've got so far. Like, is there any regrets, or is there anything you'd like to change? Like, if you had the time.
I mean, I think, regrets-wise, I don't really like my Crusader squads at the moment.
What don't you like about them?
There's still some paint on. There's still some old style paint on some of them, and I want to go back over and essentially redo them so they're up to standard. Some of my more recent painting, essentially.
Hmm.
It's more of a, I suppose it's more of an update rather than a complete overhaul. That's kind of how I would look at it. Um, but it's easier than done. You sort of sit there and look at it and going, "Whew, that's quite a lot to do," So
Yeah,
you
yeah, definitely.
do want to do it, but it's a question of sort of building up that kind of jump into doing it really, because you sort of have to prepare yourself a little bit mentally, in my opinion, to go back over an old army. I mean, it's like mine and Vicky's attempt at Tau. For Vicky, it took a while for her to sort of accept that we're going to try sort these out because they've been there for a while. And so you do
The
want.
elephant in the room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It is essentially an elephant in the room. You want to do it, but you need to get in the right mindset to do so. So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, we'll get there, though, I think. Just
okay.
just a
Good, good,
question of
good.
sort of popping on. Must be some stuff you want to possibly go back over, I'd imagine, mate. Or
Yeah, I mean, most of my word bearers I'm pretty happy with. I've
yeah,
touched up a few bits in the past. Some of the old, like the basic Marines, I probably could go over if I wanted to. But like, main thing would be my world eaters. I'd like to go back and revisit them at some point. But it's like having the time and the inclination to do it. It's like,
yeah,
do you go forwards and paint something new, or do you go back? And obviously, the lockdown, if you were at home and you had no access to Games Workshop models, but you had the perfect opportunity to go back. But unfortunately, both of us were at this craziness, insanity of both been working, and I'd
yes.
rather paint my backlog of models that I've had sitting around for ages. Like, I mean, an orc from the 1980s. I mean, didn't go out and buy him, so I'm like, oh, but paint him. Why not? Give it a go. After
Hey,
painting like 30 bloodletters, I'm just like, oh, green. This is nice.
something other than the red.
Yeah, yeah, this guy's
uh,
gonna look cool.
no, I get what you mean totally. I think that was one of the reasons I did like the Death Guard as well because they were a bit more interesting, completely
Hmm.
different visually to what I've been doing recently. Like where Red Scorpions are quite clean. My Templars are very black, white, red. Uh,
Yep.
you know, and I've looking at the Death Guard, you're like, oh, they've got bits of flesh on them, and oh, these little goopy bits all around his legs and stuff. And you're like, oh, this is quite cool. It completely goes against my clean painting style, really.
Yeah.
Although, as you noted on my painting, I still sometimes start off by painting them quite clean. They're desperately trying to sort of, no, they've got to be mucky. I'm gonna have to go back and put some stuff on the base, make it look rusty. It doesn't look right.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. It's like, for instance, so I'm doing this guy at the moment from back in the day when the orc paint schemes or like the general paint schemes from the heavy metal team were really kind of crisp and bold.
Yes.
And like my personal style, I like to like weather stuff a little bit and add a bit of dirt and grime to it. So it's quite interesting sometimes to try and redo a model. Like for instance, I was looking at the Warhammer Empire Steam Tank
Oh yeah.
or the War Wagon, and kind of thinking, oh, I can get hold of one of those on eBay, like the old metal ones. I could paint it up and then start weathering it and making it look a bit more grisly and real world. Then if you look at the paint scheme they had back in the day, it's very clean,
Mm,
crisp, and yeah, I think it'd be quite interesting sometimes to get one of these models and just kind of complete the polar opposite paint scheme wise
yeah.
than what they currently have.
Although I
So
must
like you
admit,
could,
yeah, I've got some more Red Scorpion apothecaries to do.
no, they don't need them.
I'm gonna have to do like a Vanguard attachment of just apothecaries, I think.
So why is the plague surgeon no good? Why don't you like the plague surgeon, Tom?
I mean, I like the model. Don't get me wrong. Although it is a little bit boring because I've got three that look exactly the same. There's no real posability. I'm gonna have to sort of possibly make some edits on a couple of them, I think. But yeah, I think if it was in Terminator armor,
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be a bit better, but the fact is, like, if you're deep striking all your Terminators, Light Lord Terminators, he's like
Yeah,
he has to walk to them, and he moves like what 4 inches, I think. So
yeah. A bit like, what's this guy doing? Oh, you wait
yeah,
until I
you
get
wait.
closer, then all my boys are coming down.
Yeah, just you wait. Shake the fist. Ah! Yeah. Oh dear.
He's slowly heading this way.
Quick, set up the guns.
Here come the guns, here come the guns.
Tell you what I'm looking forward to, though, Dom. I'm looking forward to running my Templars at the meta event. That's what I'm really
Oh,
looking forward
are
to.
you?
Yeah, because
Nice.
been working on a new list. I've got that is something I do have to buy though. So I'm going to be picking up 3 more Demos Laser Destroyer Vindicators for my Templars.
Mm,
That is my
get you,
current.
fancy pants.
Yeah, I'm actually and then running it with my Master of Forge nearby. So
Cool.
that is my kind of weapon backline. Then I'm going to be running a lot of combat stuff in front of it. So I'm going to try out something, see how it gets on.
Captain Gumpton.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. I like all these familiar faces that keep coming
Yeah,
up.
I know, it's
Our
nice.
nice little, our family away from family.
Yeah, it's very good to have you all here. Right, what we got here? This looks like a fairly simple one to put together.
So, hobby-wise, what's everyone doing at the moment?
Yeah.
I spoke to Gavin earlier. He's got the infantry hobby slump, as it were.
Oh
He's had
no.
enough.
Oh no. If Gavin's there, you're going to sell stuff. Please don't.
Or please do.
I don't really want Zinch. I don't know, do you?
Yeah, I play
Oh.
Chaos. Sure, do me a good price. Take it off his hands.
His model's looking so good. He did a very good job on those. I've forgotten what they're called now. What are the Zinch ones? Oh, for God's sake, it's gone out of my head.
Zangors.
No, not Zangles. The other ones is marine ones.
Rubrics.
Rubrics, that's the one. Sorry, their name escaped me.
Sorry, Tom. I've just put this guide next to a Lich Guard.
Oh no.
And Raven Guard, nice. And
Ooh, Raven
the
Guard.
size difference between 1980s
the axe is the same height as the Necron, but the guy
doesn't even reach the top of the Lich Guard.
That is terrible. Just shows you the scale difference from back in that era, really, isn't it? It's
No,
amazing.
I'm going to if I do walks, he is definitely going to be my war boss.
Okay. Stumpy.
I'm just going to, yeah, Stumpy. He's a grot in disguise. He's a fat grot.
It's a fat grot. And yet, okay, it's got some kill teams and Project BT. Yeah, that's fair. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
And
What kill teams are you working on? Craven and yes, Apocalypse. Vicky, Apocalypse.
But she's looking forward to it, so she'll let us use the lounge, which is good.
Oh, nice. Have a sleepover, Tom.
Yeah. With beer.
Oh, no, I'm all against beer at the moment. Don't worry about that.
But why? We'll talk you around. It's all right. We'll talk you around. Bust out the yeah. So we quick color swap can always do wonders, as we were saying.
Definitely.
Because hobby burnout is real. You have to be very careful.
definitely.
As Dom knows, I think I had a bout of it about 3 months ago, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
I had an absolute bout of just, no, I don't want to do it. Don't want to do this. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. But now you can't stop me.
Scions, nice. Sun. Nice.
Sarn's good. Must admit, the rules have tempted me to do a Sarn's army at some point.
Yeah, come on, join us.
I'd like to actually. I think I will do a Sarn for my crusade, some Sarn stuff. So if they got some
Well,
combat
Tom,
mods.
do you have Ogrim?
Oh, Sarn. I don't know, mate. That sounds a bit.
Ogrims don't take away the regiment rule.
They do not. Oh, interesting. Does sound a bit
No.
chaosy to me though.
Don't worry about that. It's okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be running my Sarns at some point soon, actually. And to be fair, these psychers have now changed doing psychers. Might just use them as like the Chimera psychers for guard.
Oh,
Have a few
okay.
of them going. Because
Yeah.
once again, they don't take away the regiment keyword,
Yeah.
so you can use them in your Scion force quite nicely.
For some reason, I think quite like the Inquisitor one as well because I can use Grey Fax without causing too much damage to any of my Imperial forces actually, which is nice. This guy's really weird looking. He's got like a little fire hose on.
I think I've got that model.
This angle.
No, I haven't got that one. Yeah, he's watering the plants.
and he's got a Nurgling with a light grenade.
Probably quite dangerous. Anyone on Instagram, have you been enjoying and taking part in our polls we've been doing? Because I quite like doing them, but I want to know if you guys are enjoying them as well. So.
Yeah, Dom is the king of the polls, so as in the polls on Instagram. Jesus.
Yeah, have you guys been enjoying the random questions? Like which aircraft would be good for catching a pigeon? Catch the pigeon. Okay. But I know some of you have definitely been joining in, but and those who haven't followed us on Instagram, if you want random questions, please put them on.
Yes, I think it is Krovan. I think that is the guy who buffs the blight grenades. Yes, which is one of the reasons I really wanted to get him. Personally, I like this little kind of obviously spewy tank on the back. Welcome distraction there, Yardom. You see, some people. I mean, the other thing is it helps to answer questions from the 40k universe that people really want to know.
I've got a couple brewing in my brain and in my brain.
Your brain.
That I really want to put out there.
Oh dear.
Plus, I keep them pretty PC, so you can just like share them with your other half or your kids or whatever. I think most of them are pretty PC.
I don't know if the models are quite violent though, mate. That's the problem.
I know. You've got an itchy nose. Tom, how's your hair looking for installation purposes?
Yeah. Pretty awful. I obviously did shave the beard off though.
I noticed. Clean shaven, young and youthful.
Something like that, yeah. I'm probably planning on staying vaguely clean shaven at the moment as well, so mainly because it was starting to get proper itchy. But haircut, I need one, and I'm getting to the point where I'm probably going to put out the old clippers, I think.
Nice.
I don't know what grade I'm going to go with. Probably not airsoft. That time we went airsoft, and both did our hair in your kitchen sink, also your bathroom sink.
I cut so many people's hair.
Yeah. I do remember that one specifically because I remember having the photos outside your house, and we just looked like a couple of like new army recruits.
Yeah. Happy days.
Right, I've actually made all the models.
Well done, Thomas. I think we've got probably another 15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds fair to me. So that is now. Oh Christ! I've got a lot to paint now, though, Dom.
Have you?
Yeah. Add these to the tray. Got to sort out this little tray of odds and sods as well. I think mostly the dead paintbrushes though, to be fair. Oh, hello. Do. So here we are. We now have a full set of stuff to paint for Death Guard.
Ooh, fancy pants.
I've actually got. There's still some Light Lord Terminators to finish here. Actually, I've got 4 more to finish off, which are almost there. I just sort of got partially there with them. Hadn't quite got to
You
the
get
end
a
of
bit
them.
distracted and fed up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd done like 10 in a row, and it was getting a bit kind of like, ugh. Next.
Yeah.
You know. And having, I mean, the bad one. I mean, obviously, I've got these lovely models here as well, the Bodyguard ones, which are really nice looking. But I
Shroud.
am Death Shroud Terminators, yeah, and I am not
Do you know the
looking.
story behind the Death Shroud Terminators? Out of curiosity, I don't
Not
know.
100%, no.
I'm pretty sure Death Shroud Terminators. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, by the way. Were members of the Death Guard who allegedly died in combat, and then they became a Death Shroud Terminator. So they never really revealed their true identity. So they sold their soul essentially to become a Death Shroud Terminator.
Well, there we are.
There you go.
So now I've got 2 Malignant Plague Casters. We have Plague Champion, the Blight one, the Bile Thingy-Majiggy, Special Champion. I've got 3 Plague Surgeons, 3 Bodyguard Terminators, so all to paint.
Nice.
Ooh, flash kits. I've always wanted some flash kits, I must admit.
Nice. Who doesn't like pirate orcs?
Well, quite. Yeah, if you haven't checked
has anyone in the chat been watching our faction videos? Faction Friday videos?
Yeah, Faction Friday videos. Yeah, that'd be good to know. I must admit, I did notice our last week's one was quite a bit more popular than the other 2, by the looks of it.
Well, who doesn't like World Eaters?
From a views point of view. We could always say what we're doing this weekend, or this Friday as well.
Yeah.
Which is it's going to be a rather wolfy instalment.
Yeah. The Lunar Wolves.
The Lunar Wolves. Sons of Horus.
Yep. No, we're doing the Space Wolves.
We're doing the Space Wolves, yeah.
On Friday.
So it should be hopefully a good bit of fun.
Have you been doing your research, Tom?
I have done a little bit, yes. I will be ready.
Cool.
Obviously I'm going to be doing a bit about the pre-side of it, pre-heresy side of it.
Yeah, the 30k side.
And I think you're going to be picking up some of the post, because we decided to split it up that way for the Space Marine chapters. Yeah, because I think it's relevant to the story. But...
Exactly. Yes, it'd be good to know if you guys have been watching them. If not, I'd highly recommend them. I hear 2 lovely people are doing the videos, and you should definitely check them out.
Yeah, do you know those guys? Tom and Dom?
Dom and Tom.
I see. Is that way? It's like that,
Power struggle.
So I'll just stop.
How about my name first?
I'll just stop paying for the email. Oh, YouTube count's gone. Oh no.
And that's how the channel ended.
Oh god, I would never want it to end like that way, mate. That'd be horrible. Just having a quick check on something here as well. What we got going on over here? Yeah, well, the other interesting thing is we're almost at 5,000 subs, Dom.
Blimey. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone else caught this, but obviously Chapter Master Valric did his battle report thing.
Oh,
we didn't even get an honorary mention, Tom.
No, you're very upset about that.
A few of you lovely guys, I don't know if there's anyone in the chat that did say anything, because obviously we've got different names, had put some things about Black Toad on there. So, very much grateful for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, spread
Makes
the
it
word.
all worthwhile.
Spread the word.
Yeah, go tell people. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going for, Captain Jack. We kind of go for a bit more light-hearted one, rather than droning through like 40k fandom or something. We tend to have a bit more of a spin in our version of it, rather than just kind of reading the fluff.
Yeah, because we'll typically read up a load of stuff, and then it's more about how we feel about it on top, as well as the facts. Because I think Warhammer 40k and also any other game like this is a very can be a very personal preference style of game, and I think and I would like to hope that even if we're doing a faction focus on something that we may not enjoy that much, we kind of give you the reasons why we might collect them if we had to, kind of in that way, which is quite good.
If we were forced to.
Yeah, because but slightly so. Yeah, it's been good fun. I've actually been really enjoying them. I wasn't sure at first when we did the first one. It's sort of grown on me quite a bit. So
yeah, definitely.
It's also quite interesting because obviously both of us have different knowledge levels on certain armies as well. So we both learn a little bit while we're doing them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been good. Kind of looking forward one day to do one of our key factions. Be quite good.
Yeah.
Because it's not obviously everyone's got their own passion for their hobby, and it'd be quite nice to see a different spin on the passion from someone else that maybe isn't that attached to it. Like for instance, Space Wolves, I'm not overly what's the word? Overly kind of familiar with or enthusiastic about. But for instance, we've done Orcs, Renegades, and World Eaters, and right on my paint station at the moment, I've got a World Eater and an Orc.
Yeah.
So obviously it's kind of working somewhere.
It's pulling you in, Dom. It's pulling you in.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Might be a Space Wolf here next time.
Ooh. No, don't think so.
It won't be.
No.
Come on, Tom.
No. Yeah, please do, Craven. They're kind of a new thing for us, so it'd be good to get people watching it. And I said,
yeah, and of course, if you want us to cover one, pop it in a comment for one of the videos, and we kind of gauge it.
Yeah, we were kind of trying to do like a vote on it, but I think because of the volume of traffic through the videos at the moment, it makes more sense just sort of if people put a few in there, we just pick one that kind of which we haven't done as well. And obviously, if there's a majority vote in there, we'll try and tend to go with that. But it's typically if anyone puts anything in there, we know at least someone's interested in actually watching it. So we get that one view, Dom. That's what we need. Yeah, that one person. They've done my faction.
Really, really niche subject. Like Sisters of Silence. Like, yeah. Oh god.
Oh god. If we'd have to do that under like a group segment for like Imperial Agents or something. I don't know.
No, I think we challenge ourselves and do an hour-long
episode on Sisters of Silence. They've only got like a model. Which is your favourite model?
Tom, we could do like 30 minutes. 30 minutes of an impression of the Sisters of Silence.
Oh god. What's that? Dragged all my stuff out and awesome, Captain. That's cool. That's exactly what
we want.
Yeah.
We want people to kind of go back over their armies and go, oh my god, yeah, I forgot how cool these are. Or people that have kind of had an interest in it. Yeah. And they go, oh, it'd be nice to know more. So yeah, that's quite good.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think possibly about there are we now, Dom?
Yeah, I think so, guys.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching and tuning in. Hopefully you've done some hobby with us. I've definitely done some bits tonight. I don't know how productive it is, but I've definitely done some bits. And hopefully we'll see you all again for next week.
Indeed. Yes, thank you all for watching. So this is Tom
and Dom.
And we're from Black Toe Studios.
Toodaloo.
See you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.